Top rides in the lower ranks of NASCAR continue to fill up quick, and Richard Petty, the king, joins Out of the Groove today to talk Jimmy Johnson, Noah Gragson, and more. How's it going, y'all? My name is Eric. Welcome to Out of the Groove. I hope you've had a wonderful week. Full show ahead. We've got a very special guest joining us very, very soon. First, let me tell you about Jump and Carry. Jump and Carry is the go-to jump starter for professional technicians and tow operators across the country. When you need a jump starter, it has to work, and you can count on Jump and Carry. Jump and Carry brings the power no matter the starting condition, even when it's crazy cold, and that's perfect, just in time for the winter months. Visit jumpstarter.com, link is down in the description below, and scroll to the bottom to subscribe to their newsletter so you can get great deals about managing the batteries in your life. Thank you to Jump and Carry for supporting the show. Go show them some love. Again, that link is down in the description below. Before we bring on Richard Petty, and a huge shout out to the fine folks at Northern Tool and Equipment for making that interview possible, we've got a couple of news stories to catch up on. First, and I missed this one yesterday, I was so busy talking about Joe Gibbs Racing and then Kyle Busch, but Carson Hocevar signed a new contract with Nice Motorsports. He's staying in the Truck Series for another season. Hocevar will once again drive the number 42, now with full season sponsorship from Worldwide Express and their family of companies. This will be Hocevar's third year in a row in that 42. He's still looking for that first career NASCAR win. He came oh so close a number of times last season, I think turned heads all year long, usually for good reasons, occasionally for some not so great shenanigans, like, right hooking Colby Howard, spinning out on purpose multiple times. The incident with Ryan Preece at Charlotte.
Don't do that. Race with respect.
But hey, he had plenty of highlights, like qualifying on the pole at Sonoma on a broken ankle. His first win is coming. He made the playoffs last year. This coming season, I expect him to make a run at that Craftsman Truck Series Championship trophy. Good luck to Carson Hocevar. I'm a fan. I don't love some of the shenanigans that we just highlighted, but I'm a Carson Hocevar fan. I want to see him do well, and I'm excited to see what crazy hat he wears for the championship race in Phoenix next year. Next, yesterday, Joe Gibbs Racing filled out their Xfinity Series driver lineup. John Hunter Nemechek gonna race the 20 full-time. Sammy Smith in the 18. Ryan Truex and others to be announced later will part-time share the number 19. Sam Hunt Racing revealed Kaz Grala to the 26. Connor Mozak gonna make 20 starts in the 24. Toyota wasn't done. Today, Joe Gibbs Racing announced the signing of 16-year-old William Sawalich. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I must admit, I'm not familiar with this kid. He's raced super late models, pro late model stocks in the past year. He's won at a number of short tracks, including Hickory, Five Flag Speedway. Now he'll race Joe Gibbs Racing's number 18 ARCA Toyota beginning March 10th at Phoenix this next year. Because he's not 18, I guess he can't technically run the full schedule. He can't run the mile and a half. So I think that's an ARCA rule as well as a NASCAR rule, but still a very exciting signing. I'm gonna have to do my research, learn more about this William Sawalich. I just wanted to highlight this move real quick because it's Toyota and Joe Gibbs Racing trying to fill out their development system once again. Now that Christopher Bell's in Cup, Ty Gibbs is in Cup, they gotta find those next few prospects to fill their shoes in the lower series. So hopefully this kid is next in line. Good luck. Now, without further ado, I want to introduce Richard Petty. Huge shout out again to Northern Tool and Equipment. They were doing a special event at Richard Petty's alma mater. They donated a bunch of equipment to his old high school, and both Richard Petty and the CEO of Northern Tool and Equipment were kind enough to sit down with me yesterday and talk a little bit about this initiative. And I also got to talk to Richard Petty a little bit about some of the many changes going on at Petty GMS this offseason. Jimmy Johnson, Noah Gragson. So here's what that sounded like. Now, I'd like to introduce Richard Petty. It is now my great pleasure to introduce the CEO of Northern Tool and Equipment, Suresh Krishna, as well as the king himself, Richard Petty. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being on. I know you're both super busy today with tools for the trades and working with students. But my first question is for Richard, and I do have a couple of racing questions I'll get to in a moment. But first, how did this partnership with Northern Tool and Equipment come about?
It's been in the works for a pretty good while, and we've done a little bit of stuff with Northern Tool and trying to do some more with them naturally. And they come with the idea of coming to the Rowland High School and giving away some some of the stuff that they work with in their in the Northern Tool Company. Lincoln Welder came. They brought some welders. A bunch of other entities brought different things for the kids at school here. And I think they said they bought more than $25,000 worth of equipment to Ramlin High School. And, as all schools do, they run out of money to buy new stuff. So most of them are working with older equipment and stuff. So now they've got the very best stuff that's out on the market. And Northern Tool made it all work, and was lucky enough that they was able to bring it to my high school and to my home. So that made it even better from my standpoint.
That's amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to ask you guys more about that. But real quick, this is slightly off topic. I do want to ask you briefly about the many changes coming to Petty GMS next year, beginning with adding Jimmy Johnson as a co-owner and part-time driver. Can I ask, what were those initial talks with Jimmy like, and what's it been like so far having him as a part of the team?
Well, really, it's all brand new. Okay, and we're trying to really sit down and see what perimeters each one of us can contribute to Petty GMS. And I've talked to Jimmy a little bit. I've got another meeting with him. Sit down and say, okay, this is what I'm going to take care of. This is what you need to take care of, and to grow the company. And so it's going to be interesting. Jimmy's going to run 5 races for us, starting with Daytona. So that's going to give us the third car from time to time, and he'll have to make the races, which we shouldn't have any trouble doing that. So we're looking forward to really a big year, because with Jimmy coming on and what we've already accomplished this year, and we've got Noah coming on with us. You know what I mean? So I think we've got a heck of a lineup for drivers, and I know the crew's very capable of taking care of that.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson's definitely a good guy to have. And speaking of Noah Gragson, real quick, what kind of expectations do you and the team have for him going into his first full season?
Well, I figure we can win 36 races.
It's the right mentality to have.
Okay, I mean, you got to go in at that. Nobody's won them yet. You know what I mean? And, you go in, everybody goes in as a winner for the first race, and then things start breaking itself out. And the way the season's been this year, nobody's really dominated. And I don't see the way the new cars are and the way NASCAR's got the rules that anybody's going to be able to come up with a deal and just blow everybody away. You're liable to win the race this week, and you're lucky to make the race next week. And everybody's been that way. So, again, it's going to be a pretty open season next year.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching. I know many fans are as well. I want to bring you in now, Suresh. Can you tell us a little bit, why is the Tools for the Trades program so important to Northern Tool and Equipment?
Thank you for that question. We've been in business for a little over 40 years. And in those years, we've been supporting the skilled tradespeople throughout. And we've served several million customers who are skilled tradespeople. And we launched this Tools for Trade program so that we can work early in the life cycle of a student to help educate them about options that's available for their careers, and skilled trades being one of them. We know right now there's about 3 million skilled trades jobs that are unfilled. We also know, when you think about the manufacturing sector, about 25% of the people working in manufacturing are 55 years or older. So we have another problem coming on top of this 3 million skilled trades jobs being open. So our desire through this program is to equip schools with the best equipment they can get. If the school has a trades program, to make sure that, because funding is being cut for these programs, that they have access to good equipment, because the equipment is what the students use to learn their skills and learn the craft. And once they learn it, they can build an interest and perhaps follow a career that's going to help them in the skilled trades program. We need the skilled trades people are the ones who built the country, the infrastructure, the bridges, the buildings, and that's going to continue. And if you don't have people who are going to do that work, we are going to be in serious hurt. So our goal is to help build the next generation of skilled trades people.
Absolutely. Sounds like a great and very important initiative. My next question for you, Suresh, is how did this partnership with Richard Petty, how'd that come to be?
You know, you may or may not know, but Richard is a master welder. And when we were talking to Richard and his team, it dawned on us that there is an opportunity for us to collaborate and have him come on as an ambassador for the Tools for the Trade program. And with the donation that we are making today to the Randleman High School, where we are equipping them with a lot of equipment for welding and also for their auto program, where they teach people auto repair. It's a natural partnership for us. It meets his personal passion, which is welding, but also meets his legendary status as a NASCAR legend. We're working with the automotive trades side of what Randleman has, and our ability to equip both of those that will be resonant with the interests of the King.
Sounds like a perfect fit to me. And you just mentioned you guys are at Randleman High School right now. So my last question is for you, Richard. What does it mean to be able to give back to your alma mater in such a significant way?
Well, they taught me what little I learned here in Randleman High School, but they taught me to go out and learn. And so, you always want to give back to your community. What I say, charity starts at home. Okay. And to be able to give back to some of the people that helped me get where I'm at, okay, and their parents did or whatever. So to be able to bring things back into my community, I like to help a lot of people, but you can't help everybody. So again, bringing it back to Randleman High School just makes me feel real proud that I once went here, and hope these people that graduate out here feel as good about Randleman High School as I did.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules. It's been a great pleasure to meet both of you, to get to talk to you. Richard Petty, Suresh Krishna, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you as well. That was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, that would not have been possible without Northern Tool and Equipment's support. Cool to have Richard Petty on the show on Out of the Groove. What? That's the king. 200 wins, 7 championships. That's the guy. More than a guy. He's the legend. About halfway through recording that interview, I realized I have a signed Richard Petty flag in the background, and I was super embarrassed. I was trying not to let it show on my face. Hopefully he didn't see it. He probably didn't. Probably thought I was some crazy fanboy. That's very embarrassing. But again, thanks to everyone for making that possible, and thank you guys for watching. That's going to do it for this episode. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. We're getting oh so close to 200,000 subscribers. There's a huge boost the last couple of days. We're just a couple hundred away from hitting that goal any day now. I truly can't believe it. Thank you all for the support, and thank you to my Patreon supporters for going above and beyond as well. I greatly appreciate you guys. I will see you again very, very soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for tuning in, y'all.